Okay, so hopefully this is recording. I went into Canvas and I'm just going to do a thing on the pregame 2 for the logos for right now. Looking at the instructions, it does say that we can use obviously any software that we want, and since you are using online OneDrive, some of the tools are cut out, and I do get very frustrated because I go to do something online in these and I can't do it. So completely understand the frustration. I have played around with Word and I can't get it to do what we need it to do with the shapes. For instance, I can't insert any shapes. My options are pictures, which I tried downloading some pictures and it didn't work as well as the actual software on your computer. So what I did was I went to PowerPoint to see if I had any other options or more options available, and I do. So we're going to try something. PowerPoint is normally for presentations, obviously, but there are things that I liked about this online PowerPoint that we cannot do in Word. So I'm gonna show you PowerPoint. The directions don't really give us, like it doesn't tell us exactly what to do. Just using Microsoft Word, insert 3 logos in proportion on the page. This will allow you to print and review all 3 versions of the logo. Carefully proofread your work for the design, spelling, format, etc. So we're going to kind of cheat a little bit. We're going to use PowerPoint, and I'm just going to do just a blank PowerPoint because I only really technically need that first slide. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select these, and I'm just going to hit the delete button. Let's close the preview because we're not actually doing a PowerPoint. We're just going to use the tools. So I'm going to select this box. All I did was click right there, and I hit delete on my computer. You can also right click and you can cut. So I have a blank slide here. What I noticed about PowerPoint was, and I don't know why Word doesn't let us, but we actually have the option for shapes. We can insert pictures. There's icons I played with. I can even do a text box. I don't know why Word won't let us do all this, but so we're going to get creative. All right, so I'm just going to do, I'm just going to insert, actually, I had found a picture, so I'm going to show you a couple ways to do this. I Googled circle shape, I think is what it was. And then I went to images because I want to download the image, but I only need, like, I don't know, find something that you like. And of course I'm not going to find the same one that I found earlier. I didn't do this, and I'm going to show you why. I'm going to save this, and if I save it right here, if I right click and I do save image, normally it doesn't save it to the right dimensions, so I always click on it in Google and I come over here to this one and I save image, and I'm going to save this to, and I'm on a Mac so it might look a little different than yours. I'm going to save this to my downloads. So I'm going to name this circle, and it's a JPEG, so I'm going to leave that like that. I'm going to save. I'm going to come to my, now if you notice this has boxes in the background, which normally when we use Photoshop it's called a, you have no background basically is what it is. And when we insert that into Photoshop, it inserts correctly, but when we insert into a software like this, it does not. So I want to insert, I'm on insert, pictures, in this device, and I'm going to choose my file. So I'm going to go to downloads, and I'm going to insert my circle. And I'll see how this has those boxes still back there. I'm going to close this because I don't need the preview. Normally there is a feature that we can take the background out. I'm not seeing that on the online version. I can change the picture. to create a new one. I can reset it. I can make it, you know, have shadows. I can do all that. But that's not, I don't want those boxes back. I personally don't. You might. It might be part of your logo. So, let me go back and find one that just has like a white background. Oh, that was the one I used earlier, but I didn't have that background. I had a white one. Alright, so to keep this just simple, I'm going to click this white one with the white background. I'm going to save image, and I'm going to say circle 1, so I know that it's a different one. I'm in downloads so that I can find it easily. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to insert a new picture. I'm going to show you a couple different things that you can do. You don't necessarily have to have a picture, but I wanted to show you the picture in case you decide to. So I have a picture, and I can move it anywhere on the slide that I want. I can make it bigger so I can see it. I can increase my, right now I'm at 71%. I can make that, let's do 100%. We'll see what that looks like. Okay, so I got a better view of it. And now let's say I want to insert a shape. I could insert I don't know, an arrow. Actually, I don't like that. Insert a triangle. Okay, and I'm going to move that on top of my circle. But I don't want it to be in front of my circle. This is where some of those videos came into effect. I'm going to delete this arrow so we don't get confused. You can see that the triangle is actually on top of my circle. So to change that, I want to move it behind it. When I click on an object, I get this new tab up here called the Shape tab. And I want to arrange it. Now here I have the option to bring forward or bring to front, send it back, bring forward, send backwards. If I send it backwards, I'm sending it back one layer, which at this point it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but I'm going to send this one to the very, very, very back. Well, now I can't see it. So, I don't know, let's make it bigger. But see how I have that background back there? I don't like that. So I'm going to delete that picture. And I'm going to insert, and you get that with pictures. And since I can't take the background out of it on this, then I'm going to have to try to come up with something different. So let's use a circle. And let's make this a little bit smaller because we want it to be too big. I'm going to move this circle in front, and I'm going to change, I'm on shape. I'm going to change the fill. So my fill bucket here, I'm going to change the fill to white so that it'll stick out. And then I'm also going to, I want to change the outline. So if I hover, well, let's go back. If I hover over this, it says shape outline, shape fill. If I hit this down arrow, I can create a line. So I'm basically creating a, that line of the white circle. I want to change it to a gray. And I really can't see that gray, so I'm going to make my line thicker. So here's my weight. I want to make it thicker, so there we go. And then I might, and I really, ultimately, the whole reason of this is I want you to get creative. I want you to use the tools that are available to you. So I kind of like the circle with the gray. So let's just say that my colors for my team are blue, white, and gray. And I'm going to just kind of play with my triangle here. And I don't remember what gray I did, but we'll do a gray. And then I want to do, make it just as thick, kind of something, maybe something like that. And how about I take another shape? So let's go to Insert, Shape. Actually, I could just copy my triangle. So if I copy and I paste. I won't let, I like my control shortcut, so I was trying to show you guys how to do it. So I'm going to do Control C to copy, and I'm going to do Control V to paste. And then I think I'll just kind of flip this around like this to give it, that's kind of cool, a little star. Now this is where you have your layers. So this is one layer. This is a layer. So layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. And I don't want this triangle on top. I want to still see my circle. So what I want to do is go back to my shape. And I'm going to send this, if I send this straight back, see how it goes behind even that triangle? I don't want to do that. Let's undo that. So it brings it back to the top. And then let's just send it, I want to send back. So I'm going to send it back one layer. And then there's my circle. So that might be kind of cool for a logo. And then I want to add maybe some words to it. Let's move this down here. So the name of my team could be, that doesn't look quite straight. So let's insert, now I want to insert a text box because I want to type. Text box. And I'm going to call this Dream Team. And then I'm just going to kind of play with it. So to make sure maybe that I get it centered, try to do that as much as possible, as even as possible. I'm going to go to Home. And here I'm going to do text alignment. I'm going to do center, so it'll go to the center of my text box. And I don't want it black because those aren't my team colors. Maybe I should do white. So I'm going to highlight those words, change my, and I'm on Home tab here. Here's my A. If I hover over it, oops. My font color is what it says. I'm going to change my font color to white. I might get a little creative and do a different font style. Will it let me? Okay. I want something that I can read, that's readable. Maybe something like that to make it a little more bold. Okay, I like that. And then somewhere here I can change the case, and I kind of like this just to give it a unique style. There's Dream Team, and that could be my logo for one of my logos. Now here's a thing that will happen is in Word I can actually save this as a picture, but on PowerPoint I cannot. I tried. So I'm on a Mac. It's a little different. If you're on a Mac, you can do Shift Command 4, the number 4, and you see that little arrow or cross I get. I can take this and I can take a picture of just my logo. And then it's here. And I have this to where it saves on my desktop. So here is my first logo. Now, if you're on a PC, what you'll want to do is, depending on what your keyboard says, but somewhere on your keyboard you're going to have a print screen, and it's going to be a different color. Normally, I think it's like F12. So you would do FN, on a key FN, and then you would do F12. Let's see if I can Google it to give you instructions. Print screen on PC. So here you can see, oh, it's Control, excuse me. Nope, that's copy. Here we go. This is normally what we have in the classroom, print screen, and you can see it right here. So because it's up here on the top, you normally have to do in class we do control, I think it's control and then print screen, and it will copy your whole computer screen. So if I go back here and let's just say I'm on a PC, I'm going to take a picture of my whole computer screen here. That's what it'll take. And then you'll have to go to Word. It'll act like it didn't do anything, but I promise that it did. It will open up Word. And what you'll do is you will paste it in Word. So I'm going to do Control V for paste. That didn't work. And it will paste it right here. So Control V for paste. So you would do your FN or Control print screen. It won't normally make a sound. You'll come to your Word and you'll just right click and you would paste, and it would paste right on in. But because mine's a Mac, it does it a little different. So I'm going to insert it because mine's saved to my desktop. Because I want to show you how to crop it. Okay, so when you paste it, it'll look like this. And to get your logo, just your logo, you're going to want to crop it. So if you click on the picture, you select it, your picture tab comes available, and you're going to want to crop right here. And what we'll do is we'll bring it in, where we want to crop all that stuff out. And then hit crop again. Oops, I don't know what I did there. Hit crop again. No, yep, there it goes. And then there's your logo for the next of your projects. Mine came out a little blurry, but the whole point of this is that you get the comfortable with moving your objects around, sending them to the back, to the front. If you want to use a picture, please do so. Sometimes it can be a little more difficult on making your picture because of the white background and everything. And it doesn't have to be hard. It can be super simple. Like this one was super simple, and I just used shapes basically is all I did. And with this you get more of what I was trying to get you to get out of Word. You just can't do it online. So if you have any questions, if that didn't quite make sense, if there's an area I need to hit harder, please let me know. I'd be happy to go into more depth. Once you have 3 of them created, just put them all into one Word document like this and save it, and you can submit it. I did get Weston's document, so that worked well in my email. You may send them to me that way. That's perfectly fine. And I will get them into the gradebook. I've been on meetings all afternoon, so I will get back on this tomorrow and start with the next project, which is going to be, let's go to modules, which will be the letterhead. And that one we will do in Word once you guys have the logos and you have a logo selected. So I want 3 logos. Pick one that's your favorite, and that's what we're going to use for the rest of this project.